Hello, Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this first ever episode of Tarot Tidbits and Takeaways. This is a new series on my channel where I am hoping to bring you all of these delightful, tasty little morsels of things you should be checking out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever it might be, all about tarot, whether we're talking about decks, community tags, interesting videos. Who knows what will come up in here. So think of this kind of like your TarotTube community news, I guess, kind of, but more fun. The idea of this series came about because I used to have a section in my monthly show and tell where I would share some of my YouTube favorite things. And I realized that there was so much I wanted to talk about that section that it became quickly overwhelming. And I started only talking about the things I've kind of been up to or that I'm connected with, and the occasional other thing. Everything else would kind of get lost in the shuffle. And what I really want to be able to do in this series is share with you some things about creators, content creators, people in our community who are doing cool things, talking about cool things. And I also wanted to be able to share people that maybe you haven't been exposed to. It gives me an opportunity to point you in the direction of channels that might have something interesting to offer you that you haven't encountered before. So think of this like a little bit of a treasure hunt where I'm sharing with you the things that I can squeeze into this video and you get a chance to hopefully discover some new things, learn about some new things. As always with every video like this that I make, there will be links for everything down below. This is the perfect kind of video to tune into if you just want to like put it on while you're working on something, or I was going to say studying. Maybe better is crafting, something that doesn't require your full attention. But if you're going to just want to hang around doing something and put something on in the background, this might be a good one. And then what I would encourage you to do is after you listen to it, just come back through and look at the description box and hit on the things that you think really grabbed your attention. So grab your cup of coffee, grab your cup of tea, get your chore started, whatever it is you need to be working on, and let's dig in. I have broken this first episode down into different sections, and the first one is YouTube tidbits. These are bits and pieces found on YouTube. First up, Krista over at Crochet Witch Tarot is creating or has created a new oracle deck called the Divine Ephemera Oracle. She opened up pre-orders on her YouTube channel, and by the time this video is out, those pre-orders have closed. I think they closed on November 17th, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to get your hands on this once the pre-orders come in. Either way, be sure and reach out to Krista over at Crochet Witch Tarot if you are interested in the Divine Ephemera Oracle. If you want to learn more about this release, make sure you check out Krista's video titled The Divine Ephemera Oracle. It will be linked down below along with all the other videos we're talking about today. Next, Kimberly San at The Fables Den announced that her Panda Oracle, if you're not familiar, by the way, Kimberly is the creator of the Way of the Panda Tarot. She's been working on the Way of the Panda, I'm just calling it that in my head, the Panda Oracle, the accompanying Panda Oracle, for quite some time. And she has been making these really fun studio vlogs on her channel. And in one of those, she announced that the Panda Oracle is probably going to have a kind of magical academy vibe. If you want to learn more about what she's planning for that deck and what she's got going on, make sure you check that out. I think the title of the deck is going to be called the Panda Hero Academy, but this could be subject to change. It's still in the creation process. If you want to learn more about the sort of magical academy idea that Kimberly has for this deck, make sure you check out her YouTube video titled No More League of Pandas, which will be linked down below. The Mystic in the Woods made a really interesting video about deity work and shadow work and the intersection between these two. It was really good and definitely a different take on shadow work, particularly if something like deity work or deity practice is in your wheelhouse. I feel like this could be a really interesting way for you to dip your toes into shadow work, and I definitely encourage you to check it out. That video is titled Deity Work and Shadow Work. Now I have to tell you about Racine Almoon 513. She kicked off a new series on her channel all about glamour magic, and she talks about her red lip and the sort of feminine power that she has found in that look and her signature looks and the ways in which glamour magic or makeup has been a part of her journey. It's a really, really interesting video, and it's titled Glamour Magic How To, and I will have it linked down below for you. I feel like I'm just like reading off a ticker tape. You'll have to let me know if you guys enjoy these. I don't know. I like the collation of data. Like I really like getting like a sampler of stuff. So that's kind of the point of this. Hopefully it is interesting. Please let me know if you enjoy this. I would really appreciate it. And if you are enjoying it, make sure you click like, comment, and definitely go interact on the videos that interest you. That will definitely help. All right. Christine over at Christine Rose L made a video full of ideas for different ways you can use your decks beyond just divination. This was fantastic, and I would love to see more and more creators talk about the ways they use their decks outside of the stereotypical ways we assume tarot and oracle decks should be used. This was a really, really great video, jam-packed full of ideas, and the video was called Beyond Divination. check it out. I also got a chance to watch a really great conversation between Benny over at The Fool's Apprentice and Allie over at Toe Tarot. That was a really great, just chit-chatty conversation between two of our TarotTube community members, and that video is called Chatting the Tarot with Toe Tarot. If you don't follow Annabelle over at The Green Witch, she's got another channel as well, and her channel is quite large, but I really, really enjoy her content. I find her to be really relatable and real, and she brings an aesthetic quality to her videos that is just super enjoyable. She actually just announced a book. So her book is actually out and available right now. It is called The Green Witch's Guide to Herbal Magic. It's being published by Page Street Publishing, and her book release video is linked down below and is called I Wrote a Book. Another deck recently made by one of our very own TarotTube community members is the Emblem Oracle by our very own Lennon Smith. If you want to learn more about that and see more of the images and hear more about the creation process, make sure you check out Lennon's video introducing my newest creation. Listen, we all love a really good full-on deck collection video. We're talking, I want to see every deck you own. I love that stuff. I love making those videos, but let me tell you, they are a ton of work, and I haven't made one in kind of a long time because they're a ton of work and they take a ton of time, and oh my God, the mess. But I had to shout out that Miss Danny Mystic has just finished actually her full deck collection video update series. She put it into a playlist for us, so I will link the playlist down below, but it's the 2023 cull and collection, and I think what makes it special is that she's not just sharing all of the decks she has, but she's culling them as she goes. So if you like a good declutter, if you like a good collection, you're going to want to make sure you watch those videos. One of the most out-of-the-box videos I found out about from one of our contributors this month is the one made by Sylvia over at Tarot Magpie, and she made a video about tarot and math. Now, this is a really cool cross-referencing sort of tarot video, and it goes in deep. If you love to nerd out on tarot data and ways to interpret the tarot based on that data, you're going to want to check out this video. It is called Doing Some Tarot Maths. Another really out-of-the-box video I found out about this month by A Rosebud Cauldron is all about making a sparklet oracle and about using bibliomancy to create that sparklet oracle. It's a really, really interesting way to look at divination outside of cards and in a whole new way. If you're curious about that, make sure you check out that video by A Rosebud Cauldron that I'll have linked down below. The title will have something about bibliomancy in the title. If you want to get to know the members of our tarot community a little bit more, one of the best ways to do that is to pay attention to the videos people put out that are not just deck show and tell type videos. I mean, trust me, I love a good deck show video. I love looking at decks. I love talking about decks, but I also like getting to know the people that are in our tarot community. And actually recently, Andy and Arcadia and Krista over at Crochet Witch Tarot, they went on a little trip together and filmed a super cute vlog, which you can check out over on Andy's channel, called Vlog number 3, Trip to Maine. And it's literally the coziest, most fun video because it's like they brought us in with them to their little trip while they talked about decks and looked at some things together and chatted about tarot, and it was just the most wholesome video you'll probably watch all month. Now it's time to talk about some tags that were brought to my attention or that I encountered myself during the last month or so. First off, A Riffle in Time. If you're not watching her channel, she is a metaphysical shop owner, but she also makes videos about decks, and she kicked off 2 really fun tags. I would really love to participate, let me be honest. Part of the reason I want to do this Tarot and Tidbits video in the first place is because I do not have the time to do all of the tags that I want to do, but I need you all to know about them so that you can at least do them, and I can at least watch them, even if I don't have the time to do them all. But these 2 I really want to do, so I might try to carve out some time to do them. In any case, these are tags that were actually inspired by a book talk tube. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. A book talk tag, or maybe a booktube tag. Is it on TikTok? Is it on YouTube? It might be on both. I don't know. To be fair, I don't have a TikTok section yet because y'all TikTok overwhelms me. But I did see Riffle in Time on TikTok actually respond to one of these using the tarot deck. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Let me get to the point. The tags are called #5 Tarot Deck Challenge and #5 Oracle Deck Challenge. I will have both of A Riffle in Time's videos linked down below so you can check them both out. And I definitely encourage you to do a VR. I think both of these tags are really fun, very unique, and I really want to see them. So please do them. Okay, moving on. Sylvia over at Fairlight Tarot kicked off a new tag inspired by, or rather in honor of, the passing of Matthew Perry, who was the actor who played Chandler on Friends. So Sylvia's tag is called #Tarot Friends, and all the prompts are on her video, which is called also hashtag tarot friends. Find that in the description box down below. If you are a Friends fan, you'll want to check this one out for sure. And Dawn Michelle Tarot, this is another one that I really want to do. This is called hashtag deal breaker decks, and it's basically Dawn talking about all of her personal like sort of tarot rules. Obviously rules are loose, but the rules that she has broken for specific decks in her collection. It's a really, really fun tag. This is another one I would love to make a VR to if I get some time, but you should definitely check it out. It was a ton of fun. And the last one on my list of tags for this episode of Tarot Tidbits is 3 Girls, 1 Deck, which is Sarah of Sunset Bow Tarot, Heather Carter, and Peekaboo Rose, Julie over at Peekaboo Rose. They created a tag called hashtag tarot habits. These are prompts that are all related to your tarot reading, etc. habits. So check that out. They did a really fun video introducing the tag and talking about their answers to the prompts. And that video is called 3 Girls, 1 Deck, episode number 29, hashtag tarot habits. The coffee is still hot. Is your coffee still hot or your tea? If not, take a sip. We're moving on over to Instagram. And as an aside, if you're interested in contributing to this video, I definitely need eyes on Instagram because Instagram is really challenging for me to navigate. I just cannot seem to wrap my head around how to work that platform. I feel like I'm literally too old for Instagram and TikTok because both of them overwhelm me like crazy. However, I did still manage to pull together a handful of Instagram tidbits for you. First off, the artist Laura Zombie has been working on a tarot deck and it's looking gorgeous. I'm excited about this one. I found out about Laura Zombie from Benny over at The Fool's Apprentice and I'm hooked. I'm on her newsletter. She sends too many newsletters, but I'm on her newsletter because I really want to stay in the loop on the production of her tarot deck. She puts out a lot of art. Her art is awesome. I love it. And the deck I think is going to be really fun. It might be a little bit slow, but it's definitely trucking along and you should make sure that you are following its progress or at least go take a look at it. You can find Laura Zombie on Instagram at Laura Zombie. Coming back to Kimberly San, she has been posting on Instagram about updates to the Align Heart Affirmations Oracle. I had to pause because I always want to call it Heart Align, and I know that's not right. It's Align Heart Affirmations Oracle. She has been actually really interactive with the community on Instagram, finding out what colorway people might be interested in, what might be the most usable or viewable for contrast and things like that, looking at new designs or ways to update it for the next printing. It's been really fun to watch the ideas be bounced around, and I think she's starting to get it pretty narrowed down. If you're curious or you've been interested in the Align Heart Affirmations Oracle, which is a deck I absolutely love, I call it my Linus blanket deck. It's the most comforting affirmation style deck that I own, and I always have it handy, like literally it's like right here. Like, I'm not kidding. If you're interested in the newest printing of that, definitely make sure that you're following Kimberly San over on her Instagram account as well, which is called @FablesDen. I was also made aware of a deck in progress by an account at serious.tarot.us. It's kind of hard to say it and have you know how it's spelled. So look on the screen if I've typed it on the screen, or just check in the description box down below under Instagram tidbits. Scroll down, look at that one. I'm going to put some pictures up. I'm not even sure how to describe this one, but it really caught my attention. I think it's worth at least keeping an eye out on. So check it out if you're interested or if the art speaks to you. Now listen, this next tidbit is juicy. If you're not on Tarot Instagram or you're not in the loop, and if the Idiosyncra deck by Jessica Bott has been on your unicorn wish list for ages, like it has been on mine because it has also been out of print for ages, if you happen to like vector style art and you're really curious about what Jessica Bott has been up to lately, you are going to want to go check out her Instagram. Now she has been working on updating the Idiosyncra deck to essentially a whole new deck with an updated art style because she has, as an artist, has also grown. She's calling the updated deck the Jessica Tarot, and it's been sort of in the works for a very long time. Trust and believe, I know because I've been waiting for it. But she has been making some really, really major progress, really dedicating time and attention to the art, and has been sharing tons of updates on the new Jessica Tarot on her Instagram feed. So if you are curious about or have been wishing for the Idiosyncra deck, you're going to want to check out the Jessica Tarot as it develops on Instagram. You can follow Jessica over at The Cracked Amethyst. Okay, so I have a few other tidbits for you, and I feel like this video has been like pretty poppy and fast. If it's too fast, I apologize. I feel like this is news, so I want to give it to you like news. But if you have feedback for me on this video and what you'd like to see here, let me know. I have limited editing skills. This is probably about this little space, and what I can put in it is probably about the limit of what I can manage, but Yeah, keep me posted on what you think. I know I've said that a bunch of times, but new series, new format, a little bit nervous. Let me know. Okay, lastly, we have our sort of other tidbits section. Now, here is just little things I've been hearing, things that have kind of trickled down through the grapevine. The first is that the Rainbow Tarot, this one, is going mass market. So keep your eyes out. Amazon US is currently showing an estimated release of April 23rd, 2024. Check it out. I love this deck. This was actually given to me as a gift this year, and I am obsessed. I think it's fantastic, and I think it's an excellent candidate for a mass market deck. So you'll be able to get your hands on it at an affordable price before too much longer. I also found out that a black and white version of the Black Violet Tarot is also coming out mass market. This one is currently estimated to release, at least according to Amazon US, on June 4th, 2024. The Black Violet Tarot has been an indie deck that's come out in a couple different versions. The very original one, if I recall correctly, was sort of a black and pink version. And I think there was then a black and white version. I'm not fully in the loop. Once this comes mass market, I may just finally eventually have to scoop it up because I keep passing it by, but once it's mass market, I might just need to get it. I also found out that the Dirt Gems Plant Oracle deck and guidebook is also coming out mass market. That one, according to Amazon US, is coming out March 12th, 2024, so not too terribly long to wait. If you missed out on that one when it was an indie, just keep your eyes peeled. I'm really excited to be seeing so many of these indie decks getting scooped up by mass market publishers. It makes them more available to more people, and it's just great to see the variety hitting mass market because for so long, mass market tarot decks and oracle decks kind of all looked the same. Not entirely, but there was a lot of Rider-Waite-Smith kind of clone decks and a lot of sort of very similar vibe oracle decks. So I'm especially excited when I see these really unique types of decks coming to the mass market. Hooray to mass market publishers for doing that. It makes me so happy. The last tidbit I have for you is an update from Llewellyn Publishing. So if you purchased the Tarot of the Witch's Garden when this kit first came out on its initial printing, you may have noticed that the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune card were misnumbered both on the cards and in the guidebook. Llewellyn has recently been issuing correction kits. If you contact customer service and let them know that you have one of these misprinted versions and provide proof of your purchase, they will send you a correction kit. Now, when I first found out about this, I thought that Llewellyn was going to be sending a couple of corrected cards and maybe some stickers you could put in your guidebook to fix it there, at most. I got a whole brand new set, and I'm not the only one. So what I would encourage you to do is if you are bugged by that misprint and you would like a correction kit, reach out to Llewellyn's customer service. It was completely hassle-free. They were amazing. I got the correction kit very fast, and I just have to give like major props to Llewellyn for some incredible customer service. Not only was this an absolutely hassle-free like exchange or interaction with Llewellyn's customer service, there was zero questions, like zero pushback, zero issues, but they couriered this to my front door in Canada, didn't charge me a dime for it. That is incredible. It is very rare that we see such an incredible effort being made to correct a mistake like that, and Llewellyn went above and beyond in my opinion. So like incredible customer service. Super excited, and I'm glad to be able to share that with all of you so that if you did get one that was misprinted, you can reach out. Now, I don't know for how long they're doing that or how many of those correction kits they're making available, but I would just say reach out to them, let them know your experience, and see what happens. But everybody I've heard from has had a beautiful experience with this. And again, I just major props to Llewellyn. It wasn't the end of the world, and I'm going to be probably doing a giveaway in my channel membership for my misprinted copy, which I manually corrected, so that it doesn't go to waste, because I really wasn't expecting a full replacement kit. If you can make use of your original version and you're not bothered by the numbering issue, just be aware before you request that they will be sending you an entire new kit. So keep that in mind, because for some people, this might not be a big issue and you might just want to hold on to your original copy. For some people, that original copy is also going to be a collector's item. So if you haven't modified yours like I did, keep that in mind as well. Okay, I did it. I am really excited about this new series. Most importantly, I'm excited about the opportunity to share things that I come across or that I'm told about or that I encounter in all of the insane amount of time I spend in various social media circles talking about tarot and oracle with people. So hopefully you can discover some new channels through this series. Hopefully you can discover some really interesting content. I'm especially interested, if you are interested in contributing, reach out to me, because I'm especially interested in channels I've never heard of, content that's being made that's really interesting that we want to make sure people find out about, deck releases, things like indie decks going mass market or fun tarot community tags. These are great things to do. But for this episode, I'd like to thank the contributors who helped make this one possible. I'm going to pop their names up on the screen right now. To everybody who sent in a tidbit for me for this episode, I appreciate you so, so much. Again, if you're interested in being a volunteer contributor, just please reach out to me any way that is comfortable for you. You can send me an email, DM me on Instagram, send me a private message through Facebook. I usually get all of those. I can be a little slow to reply because I get a lot of messages, but I will get you hooked up with how you can submit tidbits if you're interested. I don't get to everything submitted to me, or these episodes would be insanely long, but I do try to get to as much as I possibly can. So thank you again to my contributors for this month, and thank you so, so much for watching. I cannot wait to hear your feedback about this series and if you find value in it. If you did, be sure and hit that like button. Definitely subscribe. There's like 30% of you watching right now that are not subscribed. Subscribe. It definitely helps my channel a lot. I really appreciate it. And as always, an extra big thank you goes out to my Unicorn Fam channel members. Y'all are literally the wind beneath my wings. I know that's not how the word literally works, but just go with it, okay? I appreciate y'all so, so much. Thank you for the support of my channel. If you are interested in becoming a Unicorn Fam channel member, we have various perks. We do some fun things. We have book club, deck studies. We do all kinds of stuff. So check that out. There'll be a link to that in the description box down below, or a join button on the watch page or my home page on my channel. And to everybody watching, thank you so, so much for your time, your attention, the fact that you spend time here on this page watching my videos. That is the most important thing of all. That's what keeps me relevant in the algorithm, and I appreciate you all so, so much for hanging out with me. This would be no fun at all if I was just talking to the camera and nobody was interacting. That would suck. So thank you all so, so much. And until next time, may your magic always shine from the inside out. Bye!